This podcast is sponsored by FearFit. FearFit is a UK and Australia-based brand that provide high-quality weight vests and training apparel built for performance, heavily focused on mindset and building an inspiring and motivating culture with athletes from all around the world who share their story and make you believe that anything is possible. You can get money off using discount code PLUGSGolf10 at www.fearfit.com.
Welcome down to this week's Plugged Golf podcast, episode 31, 6 of season 2.
Confirmed.
Yeah.
It's a different vibe.
It is.
Or certainly today at time of recording, because we've never recorded at this time. What is it, 9:30 in the morning? Easter Monday?
Yeah. Easter Monday, 9:17.
So, what are you drinking?
I've got a cup of tea. And you've got?
A cup of coffee.
Yeah, well. There we go. That is very different.
I considered alcohol. I didn't think you'd be up for. You're playing golf later for one. Driving.
Dog walk, driving. Golf
Too much
later.
going on for drinking at this time.
Definitely not.
So I thought hot drinks make sense.
Yeah. Coffee.
I tell you what, we played golf in the end.
We did.
After last week, the day the episode went live, we actually played golf. So we played terribly, didn't we?
Awful, absolutely appalling.
I mean, the first minute for you was just a waste of time. Wasn't it? It was rust bucket.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad I did play then and didn't play like
Got that bad round out of the way.
Yeah,
it was always going to happen.
Yeah,
of course it was. I had months off.
Yeah,
but
just awful.
We enjoyed ourselves, to be fair.
Yeah, we did.
There was a couple of good moments.
Yeah,
but I very much the next day I was like, I really want to play again. Just get my sort of golf conscience clear of that bad round. There's too many bad shots. Yeah, but to be fair, we only played 7 holes.
It was just a quick 7 holes after work down Lockbridge. We played 1 to 5 and then
1 to 6,
sorry, and then up to the 9th. There was a few. We probably could have squeezed it in with the light, but there was a couple of groups in front of us that were playing really slow.
There was 3 or 4 groups across 7 and 8.
Yeah.
So I just don't think it was.
We wouldn't have fit it in playing like that, but we got onto the 9th. There was no one there, no one coming up the 8th, so we weren't rushing there, and that was fine. We both played that all right.
I was hungry as well.
Yeah.
So it made sense sort of leaving when we did, I think.
Yeah.
And just got the cobwebs off a bit.
Yeah.
And then you played again.
I played Friday. Yeah. Played all right actually. Played better than I did.
It's a different vibe, isn't it?
I shot 99, which isn't my best score by any stretch of the imagination. 10 over my handicap. There's 30 extra shots, but I was hitting my driver really well. I didn't lose any balls.
Okay.
I didn't lose any balls. I was very, very happy with that actually.
It's sort of good, but you shot 99 without losing any balls.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So obviously take the positives, but
I mean, it was for like a couple of tee shots were just like tops and stuff. I was hitting my driver on the most part really well, so actually really happy with that. But playing again today, so hopefully building that. I need to work on my iron play. That's the big thing for me at the minute.
Really?
Because if I can hit my driver like I was hitting my driver on Friday, then that's fine.
Yeah. What is it? Your mid iron, so you need work on.
My mid irons sort of 5 down to about 8. Honestly, I just couldn't. I was hitting them, but I just wasn't hitting them any distance. Tell you what, my chipping was rubbish, and I 3-putted quite a lot. So actually, I need to work on everything really.
Well, that's the thing. When you haven't touched a Willingdon green for months, that's going to be
They were running a bit slower.
Oh, okay.
But I just done the spiking thing with the sand and stuff. But it wasn't like they'd done that like last week or so, a week before. So it wasn't too bad. played the first day that it wasn't the winter tees, so we were back on the like normal tee boxes. It was actually like the tee boxes were in really good condition. I know it was as I said, the first day that they were in use, but it was really nice, really nice. But yeah, I need to. I think I had about 7 or 8 3-putts.
Do you think that is just going to take or your new putter is going to take some getting used to? Or
yeah, I need to get better at reading greens as well.
Yeah, I mean that's.
I can't read a green for toffee. Apparently,
that's maybe one of the hardest skills. So
I had a couple long putts for like the first putt, and I sort of got close, but then the second putt just sort of ran by, like only just, and then just sort of carried on going for a bit.
Yeah.
So, like, that was like the second putt. It was like, oh, this third putt's a bit tricky. Do you know? And I was like, take a bit more time with this, and then I was slightly thinking. Then like on the 10th, oh no, the 11th, I hit this drive like way down there, really perfect position, like in the fairway, literally about 60 yards from the green. Honestly, it was such a good shot, probably the best shot I hit all day. And then, like I said, I had about 60 yards to the front of the green, but the pin was like right at the back of the green. So I hit this wedge shot, and it wasn't very good, and it just sort of hit the front of the green, and luckily stayed there because it sort of cambers back down towards you. And then I 3-putted, and I just ended up making 5, and it was a bit like if I'd have hit more wedge, thinking about where the pin was, like I thought about where the pin was, but I just didn't. Because I think I hit my 48 degree, which is like 100 yards if I hit it full. So I tried to take some off of that, took too much off of that, and then I'm left with a really long putt for birdie, and then I end up 3-putting for bogey. So it's annoying. It's like I actually hit a green in regulation, hit a fairway in regulation, hit a green in regulation, and then I still make bogey. It's just, I don't know. I'm hoping to improve on that today a bit. That's the big thing I want to take away today. I want to less putts. But yeah.
Well, you have to make some notes post match, and then we'll address them next week.
Yeah.
Did you watch any of the golf?
I'm not gonna lie. No.
Nothing.
I watched a little bit yesterday afternoon.
Well, that is disappointing.
I didn't watch any because I have already told Charlotte that I'm completely out of action next weekend because we've got a lot of stuff going on next weekend. So next Friday I've got golf, and then we've got something going on. Next Saturday I've got golf in the morning, then we've got something going on. Sunday is Master Sunday, so I'll be completely out of action. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, and very much once we've completed our sort of things that we're doing, I'm going to be watching the golf. So I'm going to be very heavily watching golf next weekend. So I sort of wanted to give myself a bit of a breather this weekend.
Yeah, I managed to get a few hours in. So Saturday there was delay because of weather, lightning. So I caught some probably between 9:30 and 11.
Okay.
And then last night the same sort of timing, so I caught a few hours. And tell you what, I was very happy for Spieth to be back.
Yeah. So was I actually. I saw that.
A bit like what we said last week, and can't quite put your finger on it. But some players are more likeable than others.
Yeah.
And Spieth is just one of the most likeable golfers for me.
100%.
Especially where I don't know whether it's sort of broadcasters are choosing to do it more for him, but the amount of sort of insight you get from him talking to his caddy, like it seems like a lot more than you see from anyone else. Really,
I saw a lot of videos about that where he's just like sort of commentating on himself. But yeah, no, it's interesting.
Yeah, no, he certainly made sort of for good viewing.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I don't know if he can carry it into next week. Yeah, he's had a pretty good start to the year and a lot better than his last 4 years.
Let's hope so.
3 years.
I think that would be good. Who have you got for next week? Are we going to be putting some bets on?
I think we will. I think I will have some money on Spieth. Maybe because I want him to win. I don't know, but I think he's sort of been there or thereabouts for about 6 weeks. in about half the events maybe. Then I think this will be a real confidence boost.
Yeah,
for him.
Winning at home as well. Texas.
And he's done it before, so
yeah. No, it's a good shout. I think I'll have 5 people.
Oh yeah,
I'll have 5 people, £2.50 each
speed.
way. 5 people, £2.50 each way.
That's what we've done before, wasn't it? To the
£25. I think I have to put DJ in there.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I'll be annoyed if he does win and I haven't done it.
Yeah, of course.
Because it's sort of like, and then him win and I'll be like, of course he won.
His is almost the opposite, where he's such a good player that his form doesn't matter.
No.
The fact that he's been sort of off his game for the last month doesn't matter.
No.
Because it's just a different beast, a different animal.
There it is. Yeah. Last year's winner. I think I got
that one in November.
I don't think I'll have the other 3 people that are currently up on the wall.
Yeah, no.
Sorry, Ian. But, you're the only one I'll actually be playing there, but I can't have you. Sorry.
Is he playing?
I assume so. So Ricky Fowler's not.
Yeah.
Not good enough.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought. Maybe.
No, I think Poulter is because he was at the match play, wasn't he? And that's the best 64 or something in the world.
I was gonna say was. Well, I've lost it. What are we talking about?
The Masters.
Betting.
John Daly.
No, it wasn't John Daly. No.
I don't know. Sorry.
Well, one thing, DJ's menu was announced.
Oh,
Did you see it?
Yeah, I did.
Let's just read through it.
I think it sounded good.
Yeah, I like the sounds of it. I saw some people were. Some people had a few gripes with it, but was it appetizers, pigs in blanket, and lobster and corn fritters? I like the sound of pigs in blanket. First course, house salad or Caesar salad.
Caesar for me.
Family style sides, mashed potatoes and spring vegetables.
Yeah, sorry.
Here we go. Main course is filet mignon or sea bass.
Ooh.
And dessert peach cobbler and apple pie with vanilla ice cream.
Peach cobbler and apple pie, I love that.
Well, I think it must be or and then the options.
Yeah.
But I'd be like, can I have both?
Yeah,
please?
Yes, please. Peach cobbler or apple pie? Yes, please.
I'll tell you what we do. At the end of the episode, we'll go through our menus if it was us.
All right, yeah.
So have a think about that.
Yeah, okay,
we'll do that after the interview that we've got today.
We've got a good interview today, actually.
We have.
Scratch golfer. Ben Clarke won. Well, you'll hear it in the.
Yeah. That's not.
He's done.
This is a tease, but not a. We're not
giveaway.
Reading off the whole.
No, it's good. It was good. I enjoyed that conversation we had.
Yeah, there was a few technical issues.
So
just beware that if there is a couple of seconds pause, we haven't stopped. It was just the internet, basically.
Yeah,
that's what I'm going to blame it on.
It's all good.
Yeah, it only happened a couple of times.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got that to get on to. Is there anything else you want to touch on before?
I don't think so. We touched on golf and we touched on golf.
Well, you didn't touch on golf.
We've spoken about golf.
We've done that once or twice.
Yeah. I think we're all good.
Well, we won't talk about the football this weekend.
No, no good for you. No. Good for me.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't see Southampton's result till I don't know about 8:00 last night.
Yeah,
I was like, oh,
2-0 down at home.
Yeah,
honestly, because we had gone out for a walk. My brother was down, just for the day, and we went out for a walk with my cousin in the morning. Honestly, we were like watching saw the result come in. It's like 1-0 down already.
Mm-hmm.
Crying out loud. And then obviously went on to win. Good win.
No, actually, I will touch on our result. We lost 5-2 against West Brom. Thiago Silva got sent off when we were 1-0 up, and we were just so arrogant from there. We tried to play the same system. I mean, we were sloppy anyway, but there was just no need for us to do it. We opened ourselves right up. But even though he brought another, he sort of still tried to play wing backs. We brought another centre back on. Christensen come on for Ziyech, and then I don't know. We still were throwing bodies forward, and then at 1-1 straight away we're like, oh, we'll still win, so we'll attack, concede again, and then every time the goal went in, we done the same thing, and it was frustrating. But I'd rather it happen than against Porto.
So 7 goals conceded now for Tuchel, is it?
Yeah, and this season we've conceded 8 against West Brom. But
on that terrible note, I think we'll
save that for plugged football.
Yeah, we'll jump straight in with Ben Clarke. Enjoy this.
Right, we're here with our 5th interview of the season.
Number 5.
We've got Ben Clarke.
Ben, how are we?
I'm good. How are you, boys?
Yeah, not
Good,
bad. Not
good.
bad.
Do you want to tell everyone who you are and what you currently do?
So, obviously, I'm Ben Clarke, as you've already said. I'm a golfer. I'm a student. I work with you boys as well. Not at the moment, but have been for the last year or so. I'm at Brighton University studying sport business management, and obviously I'm a golfer, and I currently play off scratch. So, yes.
I think you're officially the best golfer we've ever had on. I don't think we've had anyone. I think Dave was the best, and now you've trumped Dave.
Yeah, last week Davis was down to 2 point something or other, wasn't he?
Yeah, but never had a scratch golf.
No, we haven't. You're the first one.
I'm glad I'm the first.
Hopefully the first of many from our side.
Yeah.
So let's start with the golf. You say you're a golfer. How does that start? How does it work? How did you get into it?
So, my family is golf through veins, through blood. My great uncle designed golf courses. Designed a couple. One of them I know for sure was in Singapore. Love to go there one day and see it. Taught my granddad to play golf, and then obviously got my dad into it. And then my dad gave me a club at the age of 2, plastic set, whacking balls around the garden, around the house, causing mayhem. And then since then, just ever since I've got my own set when I was about 5. Became a member of a club when I was about 8 and had lessons ever since. So yeah, golf throughout the whole family.
So you're currently playing at Willingdon.
Yep.
And did you win? Was it club championship last year?
I won it in. Well, I've actually won it twice. I won it once in 2017, then once in 2019.
19.
So last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the last couple of years have flown by, so
yeah,
you're forgiven.
Yeah.
So how does it? Did you always want to be sort of get down to scratch and try and play professionally, or?
Well, it's always been a dream of mine to be able to play golf professionally. But if I was going to play golf professionally, I'd want to be, playing for money. I wouldn't want to be teaching or owning a pro shop and be a club pro. I'd want to for my money, and I think it hit me when I was about 15, 16 within a county and within England games I was playing. It really hit me like how good the standard was, and I realised that yes, I might be half decent and I'm not bad for my age and stuff, but there's so many good golfers out there.
There's always someone better. That's the thing. Like, you've always got to think, even like the world number one, like whatever. Like you look at Dustin Johnson or whoever's at the top of the rankings at that time, he can always be overtaken, and there can always be someone better. So it's how old were you when you sort of, I don't want to say realised, but sort of decided that wasn't going to be a path, or are you still sort of thinking that you want to be playing for money on a tour somewhere?
For me, it was when I was deciding on colleges. So end of school, I was really debating whether to go to the golf college or to go on and do a local college. And I had quite a long think about what I should do with myself and whether it's the right thing. Am I going to get the right, grades, and will it open up chances for me? And in the end, I decided I'm just going to end up playing golf for 2 years. And yes, that might be nice, and I probably would have got better, but in the long term, it probably wouldn't have done. So I went on, did A levels instead, and yeah, probably around the age of 15, 16, I probably realised that golf is probably going to be a hobby and something I probably will never earn money off, as much as I'd like it to be. But yeah, I'm quite content with playing amateur golf with my mates, going off and playing in regional or like national events. I quite enjoy that.
Okay, nice.
So,
it's sort of what we were saying, isn't it? Like, obviously, us two are nowhere near the standard that you are, let alone the standard that's sort of above that. It's like we were saying, like, our goal is to just be competitive within the people that we play with. If you can sort of play 5 rounds, say there's 4 of you and you play 20 rounds a year, you want to be winning sort of 5 or 6 of those rounds. You want to be sort of, it's being competitive within your sort of realm of the golf.
It's always nice with golf. Yeah, it's always nice with golf as well. You go out there and, you know, if you're playing with your mates, it's always going to be good fun. It can get quite competitive. It's good. It's good banter. Yeah, I think that's one of the good things about golf is, you know, is no running around. No one's out of breath and trying to take the mick out of each other. You know, it's a decent pace.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So career-wise, where do you want to go? Where do you see yourself going? Yeah.
See, I find it hard to answer a question like this. I think career-wise, I would like to work in sport, ideally golf. I've thought lots of options. Pardon me. I'd like to do something like my dad does. He's a sales agent for golf companies. I think that would be quite cool. I've seen what he does, and I quite like the look of that. Either that, or I'd like to run. You know, be within the management side, running golf clubs, or being a course manager, or something like that. Yeah, I mean that's actually links quite well to what I'm doing at the moment. So I'm currently on a placement within my university, and I'm working at Royal Ashdown Forest Golf Club.
Oh, okay.
So I'm there for 9 weeks, working across all the departments. At the moment, I'm within the greenkeeping department, and I've been working with them for about 2 weeks, and I've got another 2 weeks with them left.
Nice. That's cool.
So yeah, it's kind of like a bit of an insight into the golfing industry and like golf club, like the private club, and whether that's something I'd be interested in doing. Really.
Yeah, definitely greenkeeping as well as a note. We haven't spoken to a greenkeeper yet, but it's the sort of thing that we'd love to dig deeper into,
definitely.
wouldn't it? So, because that's it's sort of an aspect that goes under the radar. You don't always think, oh, you know, you look at a course, say how nice it is, but you don't always think about the people behind that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same as you guys. Before I started working with the greenkeepers, you'd go out and say, oh, this is a nice green, or the greens are cut well today, or, you know, that looks pretty. But I've really got a massive insight into the operation that goes behind the greenkeeping. I think it's unbelievable. And I know there's always been it's like a funny relationship between golfer and greenkeeper.
Yeah.
Like, they never really cross paths, and when they do, sometimes there's a feud between them because they're right up their asses while they're trying to cut the greens. But I've really got an insight into what they do, and it's an unbelievable operation that they do every day.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of hard work for sure.
Yeah. So
I think it really helps me appreciate how much work goes into the course.
Yeah. So would you say you're at Royal Ashdown?
Royal Ashdown, yeah.
Okay. So is that just 18 holes, practice facility, or is it just?
So they've got 2 courses. They've got the Old and the West. The Old is their championship course. It's a lovely course. And then they've got the West, which is their one they've added on over the years. It's kind of like their second course.
Yeah.
Still very nice. Not quite the Old. And then they've got their practice facilities as well. Range, couple of chipping greens, putting greens. So yeah.
That's the thing I think a lot of people sort of don't think about with golf course management, sort of the greenkeepers and stuff. Like they've got to sort out the course and make that look good, but there's all that sort of practice facility, the chipping greens, that's still got to be of a good quality, and the greens have still got to sort of run a similar sort of speed to out on the course, so you can actually get a true feel when you are practicing.
And also, it's a lot of work for, you can't be taking you can't really take your time doing it because they have to get people out on the course at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's a very efficient. They're all very, very quick and good at what they do. I mean I couldn't be sent out there on my own. I mean I've done it for a couple of weeks and I kind of know what goes on now. I mean I've driven some unbelievable machines. That's been probably one of the best parts about it. But yeah, I couldn't have been sent out there on my own. It's too stressful. They're working so quickly and under pressure with the golfers behind you, and there's only so much daylight you get as well before golfers tee off at 7:30 as well.
Yeah, exactly. So if you were to sort of follow your dad into that sort of side of things, do you know how you'd even get into that, or is it just a bit of luck, or who you know?
I think it probably would be who you know, and as I'm quite lucky, and I've got my dad who's obviously been in the industry for I don't know 25, 30 years probably, and he knows a lot of people, and he's worked for a fair few companies. So hopefully that would, if I did want to go into something like that, he could get my foot in the door somewhere, with someone or with a company. That would probably be my way into that sort of industry.
Yeah. So I suppose I hope you don't mind me saying, George, that you went for a job at Motor Caddy, didn't you, or threw your hat in the ring?
Yeah.
It looked like an interesting thing to do, sort of being a rep and everything. But they were after more experience, which is understandable.
Yeah.
But it's one of those difficult ones, isn't it? If you don't get the job, how do you get experience in it? And
it's like anything, so it was more like a just sort of put a CV out there, see what happens. It wasn't like I'm looking to move or anything, looking to leave work. I love it at work and whatever, but it was just like, that sounds interesting. If that was a possibility, then maybe we'd see what happens. But
there's obviously limited jobs in that field as well.
Yeah, definitely.
So you do need a bit of a stroke of luck to be able to get your foot in the door. But yeah, no, I mean, we've always looked at that and sort of seen it as a decent job staying within the industry, but moving around. And
it's a good way to sort of keep up to date with everything that's going on golf, and sort of being in the golf world without sort of too much sort of travel. If you're sort of traveling around with the tour, or too much sort of, I don't know, it just seemed like a good way to sort of be in the industry without being too much in it
and meet people.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, you meet a lot of professionals and a lot of, all sorts of people. People within companies and people within golf courses. You get to know the managers, you get to know the greenkeepers, you get to know all the professionals, assistants, apprentices, the head pros. I mean, it's a really good way to get out there and see lots of nice golf courses as well. Because within the southeast, which is our region, you've got places in Surrey and in Kent where courses are unbelievable. So it's a nice way to go around and really broaden your knowledge on golf and see lots of different golf courses.
Yeah.
Nice. What a question we sort of asked ourselves before: if you were to get a let's go club sponsorship and a clothing sponsorship, who would be your brands of choice?
I think with my clubs, it'd have to be a slight mix in the bag, but I would 100% go for Mizuno irons all day long. I've used Mizuno for 4 or 5 years now, and I wouldn't look back. I think they do the best irons out there, best looking, and I think they're the best feel. And yeah, I really, really rate the Mizuno irons. Woods would have to be a Callaway. I think always Callaway. I mean, all the Epics and the Rogues and the all sorts. They're all really, really top quality, and I think they probably edge over most other companies as well. And then putter, I think it's really personal preference. Whatever works for you. There's no preference or anything. I think I've used a Mizuno putter for 5 years now, and I haven't seen anything wrong with it. I mean, I like the look of other clubs. Scotty Camerons are lovely putters, but it's whatever works for you, really. And then clothing, I don't really know. I mean, obviously Galvin Green is lovely, really, really nice gear. But I mean, after watching people on tour, you know, Hugo Boss is. I'd love to wear a bit of Hugo Boss.
Yeah.
You know, Martin Keimer or like Lacoste, anything like that. I think that would be really quite cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice, good choices.
It's something we've sort of spoken about before about the putter. It's not, you don't have to sort of have the newest or the sort of top end putter, but as long as you feel comfortable with it, it's one club in the bag that you really need to sort of have a good feel with and sort of feel confident stood over, and that's sort of the main factor.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've said it for the last couple of episodes. I've just bought a Mizuno putter for like £10 on eBay, and used it for the first time on what day was it? Tuesday, and got on with it really well straight away. And yeah, really liked it for a £10 as well. It was a steal. Love it.
Sometimes the club just clicks, and especially with a putter, you really do want it to click, because most of the time in your rounds, half the shots are coming from the putter. You think if you have two putts a hole, that's 36 putts, and that's near enough half your shots in one round of golf. So the putters are so important. If you're shooting par, yeah.
I could 2-putt every hole, and that'd be half of my shots. Yeah, that's fine with me.
That's provided if you hit fairway and green.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. So, what do you think? Move on to quick fire?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah,
I'll let you fire away.
So, who's your favourite current golfer?
Oh, Justin Rose, I reckon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, good choice. Good choice.
Yeah,
happy with that one.
Who's your favourite past golfer?
Tiger.
Yeah, it's
Tiger.
It's a weird one, because someone gave that answer before hit like in season 1, and we were a bit like, oh, he's still playing, and then someone gave it in season 2, and it was like a couple of weeks after he had his car crash, and it's a bit like, we'll give you it now, because it's I don't know if he'll come back now. What about you? What do you think?
I mean, if he did, that would probably be one of the greatest comebacks of any sporting, career. I mean, that would be unbelievable. I can't see it happening. I really can't.
Yeah.
I think he's already got the greatest comeback of any sporting career, with the back injury and stuff.
Yeah.
And then coming back and winning the Masters. But if he could do it again, it would just be ridiculous.
Because it's not just someone being in a car crash and getting injured for it. It's someone who's been injured for years and years and years, then a car crash on top of that. So, yeah. I mean, yeah, I think we're all rooting for him to come back. But
I mean, if he did it, it really would be top of the pile for any comeback ever. I mean, that would be unbelievable.
Yeah, no, definitely. So what's your favourite course that you have played?
I'm gonna have to pick more than one. I'm sorry. There's a couple that stand out to me. Sunningdale.
Yeah.
Is lovely. Royal St George's.
Oh, nice. Opened there this year.
Yeah, that's a really, really good course. Tough course. Another one I'd pick is Kingsbonds in Scotland. That is a really, really good course as well. That's where they play the Alfred Dunhill Links.
Okay.
They're one of the European events. Yeah, Kingsbonds. That's a quality course as well.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Have you played much abroad?
Not really. I've played in Portugal a couple of times. I mean, you wouldn't call Scotland abroad, but yeah, I've played in Scotland. But apart from that, no, I haven't played anywhere else.
You've been a member at quite a few courses in Eastbourne, haven't you? Or is it just Willingdon?
No, I've played all my junior golf at Royal Eastbourne, because I had a lot of friends there who I played golf with, and they were all members. And I played there since my first membership was there, because my dad was a member, and my granddad and my brother were all members. Then I joined as a member at Willingdon, probably when I was about 15 or so, 14. Been a member there since then, and I'd also been a member at East Sussex National.
Yeah.
I was a member there for about 3 years, from the age of about 15 to 17, 18.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I've been around.
Yeah. What's your favourite hole that you've ever played?
I think it's the 17th. It could be the 16th, but I'm pretty sure it's 17th at King's Barnes. It's I don't know how to describe it. It's over it's like a headland on the coast, and the tee's on one headland, goes in, and there's a massive bay, and then the green's on the other headland, the other side of it, and like there's just a valley in between you and the green, and you have to walk a really long way around the side, and there's like a mini waterfall going through the middle of it, and that goes down to the sea. It's just really, really good. If you get a chance, have a look at it.
Nice.
It sounds nice, but I don't think I'd like to play.
Yeah, no. Especially, it depends which way the sea is, because I know what my bad shot is, and I know which way I'd prefer to. I know which way I prefer.
What's your bad shot, George?
Big fat slice.
Oh yeah, you won't like that hole then.
Yeah. No, we'll stick to Willingdon, where we can just about keep it in play on most holes. So, if you could play any course in the world, what are you playing? We usually take out Augusta and St Andrews at this point because they're sort of obvious.
Yeah, I mean, I would have said St Andrews, but the other ones. I'd like to play Pebble Beach because I think that's quite iconic. I'd also like to play. I don't actually know the name of the course, but it's where they play the Emirates in Dubai. The one that's just been made within the sand in the desert.
Yeah, I know the one. I know the one you mean. I can't. We had
it. That was number 10, wasn't it?
Yeah, I can't remember, but I know the course you mean, because there's that every time they play it on the European tour. There's that great picture where it's like from the 18th tee box, and it's like the first year it was played to this year. It's like the skyline has just got from like nothing
cityscape in the background
to just being like a built-up city. It's mental, but that's a good choice.
Yeah, or Sawgrass would be the other one because I think that's quite iconic.
No, that one. Why St Andrews over Augusta for you?
Home of golf, and I think both of them are so. St Andrews, you have to go through a ballot thing where you enter in and you start pot luck whether you get in through the ballot. And I don't know. I just think that one day, if I got to play St Andrews, it would be like you've completed golf. You've played at the golf course where it all started.
Yeah.
So obviously Augusta I would never say no. Of course I wouldn't. But St Andrews is where it all started, and it's just, I don't know, as I said before about the other courses, but that one really is iconic. That would be almost like completing golf.
Yeah,
that's a great answer.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
Yeah.
So you have played 9 holes. You're at the halfway hut. What are you ordering, food and drink wise? And just for a bit of context, we've had everything from what did you ever say? Pork belly, all the way to just like a cheese sandwich or like a protein bar. So literally anything goes here. Any drink, any food you want.
I'd have to have a nice bacon bap, crispy bacon, bit of brown sauce. In a nice bun. And depends on how my round's going. If it's going badly, definitely a beer. But if it's going well, I don't know, I'll probably just go for something like an Oasis or a Coke or something. Just something nice and fruity or tasty.
Something that's not going to sort of interrupt the round too much.
The bacon bap.
Yeah. So you got a round with any caddy you want. Doesn't have to be golf related, past, present, anyone you want. Who are you having?
I think it would be quite funny to have a missus on the bag because she's never watched me play golf, so that could be quite entertaining. She'd probably watch my golf Tourette's come out. But other than that, I really enjoy having my dad on the bag. He's caddied for me quite a few times, and in tournaments and in competitions. So I like having my dad on the bag because he knows my golf inside out. So yeah. Either my dad or my girlfriend, because that could be quite entertaining.
Yeah. Have you played a lot of tournament golf, like outside of like club championships and club competitions? Have you played like a lot of, like you were saying earlier about like England golf and sort of county level?
Yeah, so I've played quite a bit of county level regional golf. I played for the Sussex squad since the age of 11 until the age of 18. I haven't played for them. Well, I've played for the men's once, but not recently. I played since I was 11, so I had 7 years of junior golf, and I played in a lot of team golf. We were quite successful at times, and played in a lot of golf individually around Sussex, just in Sussex amateur. Like you've got like the Chancery Ring, Winkley Smith, stuff like that. And then I've also played at national with the Sussex squad, where we've gone through to play in the 6-man, which is where every county around England enters 6 people and we all play against each other. And a couple of other bits that I've done over the years as well.
Nice. Is that where you sort of played like Kings Barnes and sort of different places like that, and like St George's?
Yeah. Kings Barnes was when I went up with the Sussex squad when I was about 13. I think it was the men's squad, and there was a few juniors picked from the under 14s, 16s, and 18s. And we went up there, and they managed to book us on 4 courses up there, and we played 4 rounds of golf and stayed 4 nights and flew up and down. And St George's, I was lucky enough to play it with my dad and my brother. My dad sorted that out somehow, which was really, really good.
Like we were saying earlier, it helps being in the industry, doesn't it?
Yeah,
for that
really
sort of
does.
stuff. Yeah, no, that's
Another quick question.
Yeah, it really does.
Why would you say sort of being a teaching pro is not for you?
I would teach, but I think it's what comes with it is the fact that you'd have to sit in the shop for X amount of hours, and I've done a little bit here and there, and it's just not for me. Like I mean, it is good, and you obviously work your way up to be a head pro and get your full qualifications and stuff. But I think unless you're owning your own shop, it's not for me. It really isn't, because the hours are terrible, and I feel like I'm wasting my time sitting in the pro shop behind the desk, just when everyone else is going out to play golf and other pros are out teaching. Like, I don't mind. I like the teaching aspect. I've taught a few people before, and helped people out. Taught juniors and stuff like that. But that's what comes with teaching, is that puts me off.
Yeah, you'll have to come out of us on the course one day and give us a little bit of coaching.
Yeah.
Happily, I'd love to come out and have a game with you guys.
You
guys up a lot. So yeah.
I mean, I've encountered Ben a couple of times. He's been up the first, and I've been coming down the 8th, and I'm on the first with that big slice. But yeah, no, that's good. So just to sort of finish off, what's currently in the bag for this year? What have you got, sort of from driver down to putter? What have you got in the bag for this year?
So not much has changed from last year. I've got a Callaway Rogue Sub-Zero driver. I've actually got an old Mizuno 3-wood, which is cranked down to 13 degrees, so it's quite a strong 3-wood. I've got a 2-iron and a 3-iron. My old Wilson irons. I haven't got rid of them because they work so well, and why change something if it's working? And then I've actually got new irons that I got last July. I've got the new MP20 Mizuno blade irons, and I've used them since last summer. 4 irons, pitch and wedge, and I've got 2 Mizuno wedges, 52 and a 58-degree wedge, T7s, and my Mizuno MP putter.
That's quite Mizuno heavy.
Nice. Yeah, big on Mizuno.
Yeah, nice.
Like I said last week, we're getting a lot of Mizuno irons now, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're starting to see, what's that? We've had 3 or 4 guests now.
Yeah.
At least 3.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think it really is the way forward.
I think this is the first time we can actually ask this, and it actually count for something. What ball are you currently using?
Oh yeah.
I use the Bridgestone XS.
Same one as Tiger.
I had a feeling.
Same one as Tiger.
Yeah.
Same one as Tiger.
Yeah, fair enough. No, that's
Yep.
a good bag this year. We'll definitely get a round booked in once we can.
Once I'm allowed on there.
Yeah, when is that? The 19th. So we'll try and get something booked in over the summer with the three of us. Maybe get Max or Harrison involved. Get some of the boys from work down, and we'll go out for a game.
Sounds very good to me.
Yeah, nice one.
Yep. A few beers and game of golf.
Yeah, that sounds lovely. Thank you very much for coming on.
Cheers, chaps.
No worries. So that was Ben Clarke.
That was good.
I really enjoyed it. I think we'll
Really
definitely be playing golf with him.
Yeah,
I think so. Honestly, we'll try and play with most guests we have where possible.
I think so.
Obviously, Michael Ambar in Canada is going to be.
It's going to be a difficult one.
Most difficult, but as he said in his episode, he might be in London at some point. So
that would be good.
Doable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this episode.
So did I. This has been fun. This one. This is a good one.
And we've got some good ones going forward, as we keep saying. Look out for a sort of bonus one over Masters weekend.
Yeah.
We've had so many brilliant guests recently that we're just trying to accommodate them all and squeeze them all in.
Definitely.
And then I think we're booked up for the next maybe 4 episodes. I think we've got planned, haven't we? And then we've planned the next 4 episodes.
Yeah.
And that will take us into May.
Yeah.
So I'm really enjoying being back to at least one a week.
Yeah. We started off once every 2 weeks with this.
It lasted what, 3-4 episodes? So
and now we're
3 episodes.
We're into one every week with bonus episode as well.
Yeah, that's the stuff. Now courses are open as well. There'll hopefully be more content on the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
There'll be bonus content for patrons.
Yeah.
So we've got good things coming.
Yeah.
Good things coming. Hopefully a big win, monetary wise.
This weekend
at the Masters. Yeah, that'll be good. But when the fun stops, stop.
Definitely.
Yeah. Should we get into our Masters menu?
Yes.
I'll let you go first.
Okay, so I have got appetizer. I've got oysters with a shallot salad and Tabasco. My first course, mussels, more mariniere probably, just a small portion each. Sides, portobello mushrooms grilled with garlic butter and triple cooked French fries for the Americans out there. Main course, fillet steak, cooked blue.
Yeah, no. What? That's it.
Yeah. Because that's the correct way to cook it.
Yeah.
And
but any vegetarians or anything that they're stuffed?
Well, they can have the portobello mushrooms into chips.
Just one big mushroom.
Yeah, they can have an extra portobello mushroom.
Okay.
That's then sorted.
Yep.
Desserts, tiramisu or ice cream cones. Waffle cones with good quality gelato.
Yeah, nice. You went more detailed than I did.
Okay.
And I like it. I tried to accommodate sort of everyone.
Okay.
But maybe I haven't. Appetizers, calamari, or some sort of vegetable fritter.
Yeah.
If someone doesn't want the calamari, so marrow fritters, for example, as I spoke to you about the other week.
Yeah.
First course, to be honest, I've just stuck with his salad.
Okay.
Because you want something light and you can
probably,
you could clearly eat more than I can because I've just tried to stick to sides. I've gone roast potatoes and roasted veg. Yeah. Because I love roast potatoes.
Yeah.
Main course, ideally the steak and ale pie. Again, maybe it's not healthy enough because these people are athletes. But I know steak and ale pie or a vegetable
pie. A lot of them aren't now. A lot of them are all retired. Jack Nicklaus doesn't need to look after his weight anymore, does he?
A vegetable pie, if anyone's a vegetarian there.
Okay.
Desserts, I've just gone for my favourites. So there's not an ice cream cone inside.
Okay.
It's creme brulee or tiramisu.
Yeah,
we're big tiramisu fans.
Yeah. Coffee fee.
I tell you what, I want that. I want that today.
Yeah.
So, Mum, if you're listening.
So this is released later.
Today?
Oh, yeah, possibly.
Hopefully,
today,
if you pull your finger out, it'll be today.
But
yeah, that's that. Let us know what your menu would be. This has turned into the Off Menu podcast, which I didn't intend.
No, it was good. That was a good episode. made possible this week by our patrons.
The same two platinum level patrons.
Max Hollowbone with the underscore, George Stone Street with the underscore,
Yeah, in the middle.
Plugged Golf with the underscore.
In the middle. Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. As we said before, the bonus content will now be. There'll be more. Celtic Manor is officially booked. Confirmed.
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. We didn't touch on that earlier. It is confirmed. August.
Us two, friends of the podcast, Joe Russell and Michael Hollywood.
Are they confirmed?
Yep. I spoke to Joe Russell from Peg Golf, and he confirmed that him and Michael Hollywood were both in.
Okay.
So,
good. Yeah. So we're planning on getting some content while we're there,
which will only be available on the Patreon. So if you want to listen to it, that's where you'll have to find it.
Yeah, and there'll obviously be more before August.
Yeah. But that's something to look forward to.
Yeah.
About
time.
us playing. I mean, I'm sure we'll talk about it on the main feed, but the real bonus content of us being there with the guys and
all the guys will be
maybe some videos and stuff will be only available on the Patreon. So maybe we'll add some of the bonus content into some of the cheaper categories so that people can still view the bonus content.
I think bonus content is silver upwards.
Okay, maybe we'll move it down to bronze then, and
yeah, maybe
so that people can.
Well, I think what it'll be is platinum get it first.
Yeah.
Then maybe 3 days later, just have a staggered release. But yeah, sorry for that housekeeping.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, that's all good.
Yeah, you know where to find us. On Instagram, as I said before, plugged_golf. On Facebook, we're Plug Golf. On Twitter, we're Plug Golf Pod. And join the Plug Golf Society. I know we say it every week.
Oh, we've had a few people join over the last few days.
Yeah, we're getting somewhere with that hopefully in the next few weeks.
Well, yeah, we're speaking to one of our guests in 3 episodes time. Hopefully, hopefully he'll be able to get it all sorted for us and get us booked in.
Yeah,
and we'll be able to do that. I've had some interest from within the family as well. So.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a busy old day of golf.
Yeah, I think it will be.
All good?
I think so.
Okay, I'll see you next time.
Bye.